Right.
Is my can I get some feedback? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, able to see screen. Can you hear me, Herbert?
Yes, we can get you, coach.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my headphones.
Okay. Ernest, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are able to see it.
All right, okay. So let's just quickly run through. On registration, we have a record of 40 registered personnel. We hope they are going to join us because this is a business transforming and life transforming gathering. So here are just some house rules to observe. So kindly rename your gadget to your name so that we can know each other. So if you have logged in with a gadget and you have not renamed it to your name, kindly rename it to your name so that we can know you. Then kindly mute your microphone to avoid feedbacks. Then if you have a question, kindly raise your hand or type in the chat box, then we'll be able to attend to you. So stay tuned. Let me just quickly introduce myself for those of you that are wondering, who is this guy hosting us? What is this guy up to? And what is this platform we are on? All right, so my name is Herbert Bilika. So Herbert Bilika is a dynamic and multi-talented thought leader with a diverse range of experiences. His background in aircraft maintenance engineering led him to a successful career as a contemporary visual artist, with some of his works earning recognition by the Art Academy Without Walls. Herbert is an active member of the Visual Arts Council of Zambia, and he maintains a partnership with Chongwe Community Gallery. As a seasoned and open-minded entrepreneur, Herbert has also become a certified public speaker and leadership development expert. He has spoken on both local and international platforms, including Malaysia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and virtually in over 29 countries, including Singapore and the United Kingdom, under the firm Phytoscience STN BHD, a health and wellness company. Herbert's leadership skills have also been put to use in the youth ministry leadership of Bread of Life Church International, one of Zambia's most vibrant ministries. His authentic voice has helped him to become one of the most successful seasoned speakers in his field. Currently, Herbert is the Zambian convener for Kingdom Wealth Academy in Nigeria and actively serves as a brand marketer for Long Life Worldwide, a health and wellness company in Tanzania and Zambia. In addition to his profession pursuits, Herbert is also passionate about preaching the gospel to the lost. He is also known as the authentic speaker and uses his unique voice to inspire and motivate audiences. Herbert is married to Magdalene Banda, a graduate from the University of Zambia, who is building a career in the corporate sphere, currently working for the United Nations. All right, so we quickly introduce our main speaker for today, who is a woman that is full of virtue. She is a vibrant woman. I've been following her. She's been stretching me. She gave me a 10-year plan. There was one time we had a meeting, then she asked me certain questions that left me puzzled. For a week, I was searching for answers. And when I found those answers, I found myself. And that one of the answers is this platform that is anchoring this event today. So Vanessa is a seasoned international speaker, author, confidence and success coach, as well as multiple business owner. After passionately performing on stages around the world for 2 decades and running her own beauty business, Vanessa pursued a career in the fitness and wellness industry, helping people improve their quality of life by becoming healthier and helping them reduce pain. Vanessa is a seasoned pilot instructor, yoga teacher, and personal trainer, as well as fitness coordinator for the Visa Corporate in Denver, Colorado. Vanessa is also an educator and have created multiple CEC-approved education programs. As a matter of fact, she recently sold one of her education companies for a generous profit. As a result of her experience in the performance, fitness, and education industry, Vanessa created a self-image and confidence coaching master trainer program, The Victory Factor. Some of you will be lucky enough to be placed on such on some platforms that we are mentioning here. Vanessa is a successful entrepreneur as well as executive leader and director of the Education of Achieve Systems, which is one of the largest health and wellness communities and coaching support system in the industry. She is a wife and devoted mother of 3. Vanessa helps entrepreneurs, speakers, and leaders to step into their power by improving their confidence, creating meaningful relationships, and a powerful business image so they can be successful personally, professionally, and financially. To your health and strength, Vanessa Raymond, a speaker, author, and confident coach, is the answer. So tonight we are hosting Vanessa Raymond all the way from the United States of America, Denver, Colorado, and she's the one that's going to be taking us through this class tonight. I hope you're going to learn something from her. She's a vibrant woman. They've set up so many businesses together with her husband. And one of the major systems that they have created is the Achieve Systems. It is a very, very big system that hosts entrepreneurs, business owners. And if there are authors here, she is the answer to your publication, because once they produce your book or something like that, it will be on one of the best-selling platforms, which is in New York and stuff like that. She will talk more about that herself, but we are here to create opportunities for each other and to network. So kindly stay tuned as we learn from Vanessa Raymond. Coach, I hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Herbert. I really appreciate it. First, let me ask you, can you hear me well? Can you all hear me okay? Fantastic. Thank you. And I want to remind everybody to please mute your sound and your cameras so there's no interruptions and everybody can hear. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you all here, and I'm so honored. And thank you for your grace. I apologize for being late. I guess we had our time zones mixed up. And so, but I'm here and I'm ready to share with you guys. I'm very excited about what I have to share. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Herbert. That was certainly a lot of stuff for everybody to kind of bring in. But what I want to bring to you today, and you know, as Herbert said, today we want to talk to you about how to turn ideas into brands. Now, I'm going to kind of translate that a little bit. How to turn ideas into money, right? Because that is really what we all want as entrepreneurs. Feel free to post in the chat. I'm on my phone, so I won't be able to see what questions come in. But Herbert, when there's any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. But when we talk about a brand, what are we talking about? You know, a lot of us think our brand is our logo, right? Or the colors we use in our business. But really, what your brand is your mission. The only way you can know how to have an effective brand is to really understand your audience, understand who you're serving, and understand what is your mission in your business, right? A lot of large corporations out there, their mission statement has nothing to do with the actual product or service that they give, but more so about the vision they have for those people that they are serving, right? So I want you today to take a moment and really think about what is your mission. And I don't know, a lot of you here are probably entrepreneurs. I don't know how many of you are business owners, how many of you are employees. Doesn't matter who you are. If you have great ideas, you can turn it into a business, you can turn it into a revenue stream, you can turn it into money. So what I want to do here today is I really want to open your mind and give you more ideas and show you how you can take your brilliant ideas or the things that you want to do or that mission that you have for those people that you serve and implement it and create something from it. So I really want to open your mind today to all the possibilities. You know, I wasn't always a successful businesswoman. I also didn't always live in the United States, right? I don't know. I don't remember in my bio. I think I say it, but I'm from South Africa. I grew up in a very, very small town called Vereeniging in South Africa. And never ever did I think or even imagine that I could be where I am now, what I'm doing now, right? My journey was interesting. I was lucky. I had a supportive family from a young age. But as you all know, I think majority of you are in Africa, and that's where I'm from. So my heart is there. You can take a girl out of Africa, but you can't take Africa out of the girl. I always say that, Africa will always be my home and it'll always be where my heart is. But I have been exposed to some really amazing opportunities and people here in the United States who have guided me. And now I'm excited to guide others and help them with, yes, Paul, I see you had a good laugh over that too. That's wonderful. And guide them on their journey. So again, I wasn't always a successful businesswoman. I am not going to bore you with my whole story, but I'll just say that if I can do it, you can do it, right? If this girl from Vereeniging in South Africa, can build a successful business life, a successful entrepreneurial life, and I'll tell you, when I started my own business, I had no clue what I was doing. I was totally clueless. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. It was actually a blessing that I was a little naive because I did not realize. With entrepreneurship, with creating things, with starting your own business, there are a few things that are very important. And I want you to write this down. Okay. Number one is discipline, right? We all have to cultivate discipline because as an entrepreneur, you don't have anybody getting up. You don't go to the office in the morning and there's someone saying, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. It's all up to you. You have to find the motivation and the inspiration within yourself. And how do you get that? The way you get that is to set clear goals for yourself. I want you to look, like Herbert said, that's one of the first conversations him and I had. I said, where do you see yourself 3 years from now or 10 years from now? Have you ever sat down to really think about where is it I want to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? You need to create a clear vision and you need to create goals for yourself and know that it's baby steps. You're not going to get there overnight, but you got to have the steps. So number one is discipline. Number two is clear goals, right? You have to have
Honey,
clear
I should
goals
bless my
and clear
book,
vision of what you want to
No,
do.
honey, I need it.
And then you guys, someone has their sound on. Just pay attention that you are all please muted. Thank you so much. After discipline is tenacity, right? And commitment. So if you don't have commitment to your vision and your mission, it's going to be very difficult for you to be successful. Because know that in this journey, not just the journey of entrepreneurship, but the journey of life, there's lots of ups and downs. And if we're not clear about how committed we are and clear about where we're going, we're going to quit. We're not going to make it. We're not going to see it through to the end. You need to have the ability to, when you fall down, get right back up, dust yourself off, and go again and go again. And, for those of you who heard the intro, I was a performer for many years. I was a dancer for many years. And that's kind of one of the running jokes in the dancing industry. Because when you're rehearsing or when you're practicing, and for any of you who may not feel you can identify with that, if you've ever done anything at a high level, played a sport, learned to play an instrument, no matter what it is, you know that when you're failing, you are learning, right? So failing, learn to fail. That's the fourth thing I wanted to share with you, right? Failure is not a bad thing. Failure is only another stepping stone in your journey. Failure teaches us things. There's no failures. There's only lessons and experiences, right? And with every lesson and experience, we get better towards the next lesson and experience. And that is how we grow. So become comfortable with failure. Because when you fail, you get up, you go again. And like I said, in the dance industry, it's the running joke. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. It's repetition, right? So like anything else in the world, growing a business is about commitment, resilience, discipline, having clear goals, and keeping going no matter what, right? So with that said, let me get to the juicy, meaty stuff. Let's talk about how do you turn your ideas into a brand or into revenue streams. So I want you to think of most very successful businesses. I would say all businesses that are 6 and 7 figure businesses, to have a 6 or 7 figure business, you need 7+ revenue streams in your business, right? So have you ever thought about that? Where is all your money coming from? Do you have different avenues that is bringing in money for you? And when we talk about your brand, is your brand set up for success? Have you created a vision that matches your target market? A vision of what you are offering others to help them, right? Because that is our goal. As entrepreneurs in our businesses, no matter what it is that you do, whether you're selling a product or you're in real estate or whether you are a coach or you're in the service industry, you need to be clear about who you are serving and how you want to serve them. Now, to be successful, visibility is the number one thing. If you are the best kept secret, how are you going to thrive as an entrepreneur? If you're the best kept secret, how are you going to help all those people out there that you want to help? I had a huge block against selling. I used to hate the word sell, right? When we're entrepreneurs, we hear market and sell, market and sell. And that was something that I was like, I don't want to sell. I don't want to be that person that's selling things to other people. Here's the thing. The word selling is just a word, right? It's how you perceive the word. To me, the word sell means serve, right? When we are offering our services or our products to others, we are serving them. We are bringing them something that's going to help them in their life. And yeah, sure, we're not a good fit for everybody, and that is okay, right? But if your message, if your brand is set up to serve your audience, you are going to attract those people to you who need you most. And those are the people that you are serving by selling them your goods or your services, right? So I want you to stop looking at selling as a dirty word, right? I want you to start thinking of selling your services, your products, whatever it is you're marketing as your service. It's something that you're giving other people to help them in their life. Are you providing a better home? Are you providing a better mindset? Are you providing maybe a health product that's helping them with their health? You know, in entrepreneurship, there's really only in life, there's really only 3 things that people need. Those 3 things are relationship, money, and health. So if you are doing something within any of those 3 places or 3 spaces, then you're on the right track. Money, relationship, or health, right? Those are the 3 things that people buy, that people need, that people want. So let's talk about visibility. I was talking about turning ideas into your brand, or we can translate your brand as revenue streams and income, right? So let me open your mind. So I want you to, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm just rambling on here. I have much to share. So I want to open your mind to ideas. And one of the reasons I love talking about this is when I started implementing revenue streams in my business, that is what changed my financial future. All right. So you want to look at what is going to bring additional revenue or even residual income or even passive income, meaning you're earning money without being there and spending the time. A lot of us find that we run out of time in the day because we only have so much time in the day, right? And if you are exchanging time for money, which a lot of us in the service industry do, then their wealth is difficult. Wealth is difficult because you only earn so much per hour, you only have so many hours in the day. Then what? Then you have a cap, you have a ceiling on your income. So let's talk about some ideas. How can you incorporate more revenue streams into your business, into your brand? Well, there's many, many ways. And my favorite way is for you to create those revenue streams. Yes, we can implement other people's offerings in our business, create joint venture partnerships where we incorporate other products that is a good match to our business. You don't ever want to just have a random product, right? If you are a health coach selling vacuum cleaners, it's got nothing to do with that, right? So that's an extreme example, but that gives you an idea of what I'm saying. Maybe if you're a health coach and you engage in Herbalife for an extra revenue stream, that is a good fit, right? So I want you to always think about when you are incorporating revenue streams, is it a good fit? The best fit for your business as far as revenue streams go is creating your own. So let's quickly talk about what this could look like. So I already said that the average 1 million profitable business has 7+ revenue streams, right? So let's see, how can we up level your business to 3, 4, maybe even 5 revenue streams? And who knows, in a few years from now, think about it, think that if you add 1 revenue stream to your business per year, in 7 years from now, you can have 7 revenue streams. Don't feel like you have to put them all in your business right away, because you want to focus on one thing at a time, make that successful, and then move on to the next. If you spread yourself too thin, that is not going to be successful for you. So who would like to create some revenue stream ideas? Okay, I can't see any of you. You all got black screens. I don't see any faces, but I would imagine that a lot of you put up your hands. So let's talk about revenue streams and how you can make it happen. So number 1 would be authoring a book, right? Who here has ever, oh, I see a hand. Whoever here has ever thought of authoring a book? Yeah? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are scared to author. They're like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not an author. I can't write. Guys, everybody has a story within them. Everybody has knowledge within them that they can share. Something that they can share that can help someone else, right? So think about what are those things that you've experienced in your life that might be helpful to others, right? I wrote my book called Power Confidence, Your Ultimate Guide to the to ultimate self-confidence, right? Because I've gone through a life of insecurity. I've gone through a life of having self-image issues in the performance industry, but I have risen above it. I've gained confidence, and then I share how did I do that? What is it in your life that you have experienced and learned in your own life and your experiences that brought you where you are now? And you might think, well, but I'm a nobody, right? Hey, I'm a nobody. I'm Vanessa Raymond from Vanderbilt Park, South Africa, right? But I wrote a book, and all it took was for me to make the decision to write the book and to decide what I want to share. You can write a book too. And actually, as an organization, we help you with that. If you need help, please reach out to me. I can let you know how we can help you author your own book. And it's at no cost to you, right? We help you with that when you become part of our organization. So authoring a book, that's the number 1 revenue stream. Now, granted, selling your book does not bring huge income, but the cool thing about having a book is that it positions you as an expert. It positions you as a leader. So even if you're handing those books out for free, it's like a big business card that people do not throw away, right? So it's a really big asset to have a book. For you, Herbert, as a speaker, having a book is a great tool to promote yourself as a speaker. When people hear you are an author, suddenly they're like, oh, wow, you must be so on it, right? Yes, thank you, Herbert. You must be so on it because you have a book, right? It's funny how that works because honestly, really anybody can write a book. Yes, it's an art and it takes time and there's a lot of work that goes into it, but it's not as difficult as you might think, right? If you have something to share, put it out there and position yourself as an expert by being an author, right? And with Amazon publishing, they make it so easy for everybody to be able to self-publish. And again, we help you with that. We can show you how to do that. All right, so let's go on to the next one, which is my favorite. Creating education. Who here has ever thought of creating a workshop, education? And I'm going to blow your mind on this, okay? Because this is what changed. Yes, thank you, Paul. Paul is participating. I love it. I love it. Yes, Tamara, wonderful. So good. If you want to create a workshop or an education program, that is one of the greatest ways to create residual income. And again, I'm going to say to you, a lot of us are like, well, I don't feel like an expert, right? Or I don't feel like I have what it takes to create that education program. You'll be surprised when you sit down and you start writing down your knowledge and you start sharing on paper what you know, how much you have to give, right? Sometimes the problem is we just don't start because we don't think we can do it. Let me give you a tip. Just start. Start writing down your ideas, bullet points, put them down. Hey, I want to show someone how to do this or this or this or this or this. How am I going to do that, right? That's how you start. You start by putting down the idea on paper and then you outline it. So if I want to show them how to, I don't know, I'm going to just pick a random idea here, how to build kitchen cabinets, where would I start? I'm going to show them how to measure it, how to design it, how to, I know nothing about woodwork. I don't know why I picked that, but you get the idea, right? When I joined Achieve Systems, which is the company I'm very involved in right now, belongs to my husband. Yes, I'm married to the CEO. But I went to this conference back in 2008 because I was lost. I did not know what I was doing as an entrepreneur. I sat down across the table from him and I started my own fitness business. I was teaching Pilates and yoga and kettlebells and all these things. But I also was trying to create revenue. So I had workout DVDs that I had created and it was before we were streaming things. So I had it all up online selling these things. And he looked at me and he said, why don't you create a kettlebell certification program? You have all these kettlebell workouts online. And I'm like, I can do that? He's like, yes, you can do that. We all can do that, right? Of course, you need to know your stuff. You need to be educated in what you share. But a lot of the times we do certification after certification. We go to course after course. And we spend money, we invest in ourselves, which we should do, but we underestimate what we know, right? How much money have you spent on courses and programs and things and you've done this and you've done that. Now it's time for you to take your knowledge and share that with others, right? So yes, you can create an education program. Now here's where the magic is. It's all great, good and well to have a workshop out there or a training program for something, right? You put it online and you market it and you sell it, or you teach it on Zoom like this, right? And you charge people for it and you show them how to do the thing. But here's the deal. If you consider yourself an expert in your field, which you might not be there yet, but this could be a goal for you in the future, right? You know what I did with my kettlebell program? I created a kettlebell certification program So I was certifying others to teach kettlebell, but then I had a master trainer program, which is a step higher. I certified others to teach the certification. So they could go and certify others to teach kettlebells. And guess what? Was making passive income off of all that my trainers under me was teaching. So suddenly I had people nationwide, I had trainers nationwide in the US teaching, certifying trainers to become kettlebell trainers. And I was earning a little bit, 30% on every person that got certified. So how would you like to do that? How would you like to take what you do, create a program where you can certify others and teach them to teach what you teach, and with every person they teach, you make income? Yeah? How does that sound? That's pretty cool. And again, that's something we can show you how to do. I've created multiple, yes, Herbert, I've created multiple education programs. I have it's called the Victory Factor. It's the self-image coaching certification. So I coach other women to become self-image coaches. And then I also certify other women to teach my program. Now, the women that become coaches, they earn their own money, they make their money. I'm empowering them to be self-image coaches. But my master trainers, they coach other women to become self-image coaches. And for every woman that they certify, I make 30% passive income, right? So depending on what I'm charging, let's say I charge just for just to make it easy. Let's say I charge $1,000 or $100 for the workshop, the certification workshop, which is a little bit more than that, but that means I earn $30 for every person that every trainer under me coaches, right? So that's money that comes in without me being there even. That's what passive income is. And that is something I want you to strive for, because that is where wealth comes from. Okay. Wealth does not come from exchanging time for money. It does not come charging a client $80 an hour or $50 an hour or $150 an hour, because that still caps off your income, right? So getting the master trainer certification program or education program, that is something that can create you passive income. All right, so that's one of my favorites. That's why I stuck on it for a bit. Herbert, how much time do we have here? Another 10 minutes or so? Or 15?
A good 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm going to give you a few more ideas. So of course, there's inventing products, which also, again, how many times have you come up with an idea and then you're like, well, I don't know how to bring it to fruition. And 3 years from now, someone else has created the thing that you thought of, right? And you go, oh my goodness, I should have done that. Someone else is making millions off of the idea that I had 3 years ago. That's a little bit more complicated. You need a little bit more help with that. But that's also something that if you have ideas, there are people out there that can help you with that, you guys. It doesn't have to be us. It doesn't have to be me. But go out and look for the resources where people can help you bring these things to fruition and things to market. I mean, do you have any idea what is the all-time highest selling product in the United States that's made the most revenue ever? It's like the stupidest thing. It's called the Snuggie. It's like basically a glorified blanket with sleeves, right? They've made over $200 million in profit since 2008 for a blanket with sleeves, right? So you never know. You might think your ideas are silly or stupid. You never know what might come of that, okay? So don't dismiss it. The other thing is, you might be sitting there and going, yeah, but I don't have any ideas. I don't know how to author a book. I don't think I'm ready for an education program. But how about creating your own kit? So you can create a box, a gift box or a kit or something. My husband, back in, I don't know, 2094 or something, he created what he called Trainer in a Box. And what it was is he took a bunch of small fitness things, put them in a box and marketed it as a package, right? The Trainer in a Box. He generated over $1.4 million in the first year of selling that thing. And all it was a very simple box, like a white box with a sticker on it, and it had the stuff inside. You know, sometimes we overthink things and we overproduce things. Yes, we want things to look nice, but when you're starting out, you don't need to spend tons of money. Don't ever do that. Don't ever spend money you don't have, right? Use what you can to create what you can. And as you grow in revenue, that's how that product will grow with you. Does that make sense? Right? So I'm saying don't go spend thousands of dollars on packaging a product if you haven't sold any yet. I wish I can show you. I wonder if I can turn my camera around. I was gonna put up a no, it's not gonna work right now. Never mind. But literally, he just used a white cardboard box that he went and bought at the store, put a big sticker on with personal trainer in a box, listed what's in the box, and he started marketing it. And he went to trade shows and, you know, farmers markets, wherever he could go and sell this thing. And so there's another idea, opportunities, right? You never know where the opportunities are going to come from. I know we don't have a lot of time yet, so I'm just going to run through the rest of the things. You can publish a magazine. That's something I recently started doing. It's, you know, you need a team for that, but it's kind of cool because if you're publishing a magazine, much like a book, you are setting yourself up as an expert in your industry. You can get sponsors. So you're going to have people advertise and people will sponsor your magazine. Like they will pay for a spot in your magazine to put their article. So I charge for people to put their articles in my magazine because why? I can charge because I have a large audience and I give them exposure. So they're not really paying to put their article in my magazine. They're paying for the exposure. My magazine goes out to thousands of people. So it's marketing, right? So if you maybe want to start your own magazine, man, these days with Canva, with the tools that we have online to create these things that make it easy for us, you can do it too. Yes, you need a vision. Yes, you need a hook. Yes, you need um, a theme for your magazine, but it's another way that you can create revenue for yourself. And then the last one I'll talk about today, there's more, but the last one I'll talk about today is public speaking. Wow. Who ever thought of that, right? Here I am talking to you guys, and this is considered public speaking, and I'm having a wonderful time sharing what I know, sharing with you guys. Herbert is a public speaker. He goes out, he speaks at events. Some of you might be. Some of you might be speakers and are out there speaking. Why do we speak? Well, number one, we speak to serve, right? We speak to share, we speak to inspire, we speak to motivate, and we speak to help others. But also, when you are known as a speaker, you are also setting yourself up for success because you are setting yourself up as an expert in your industry. And again, if you want to speak and you don't know where to start, I can also help you with that. I, I coach speakers every day. But it really is about, again, having a vision, knowing what you want to share, having a structure. And the reason too is, you know how they say, in order for people to engage with your products or your services, you need at least seven touches with them, right, before they buy from you. Well, the power of public speaking is here I am speaking to you in person. This is one touch, but this is a powerful touch because people need to know, like, and trust you to buy from you, right? People need to know, like, and trust you to engage in your products or services. Do you think now that I've spoken to you, you feel like you've gotten to know, like, and trust me a little bit? Maybe, right? So that is the power of speaking. It takes you, it it um, it really is a fast track to higher success, better success. And speaking has the best conversion of any other marketing method out there. So I really wanted to share that with you guys. Um, you can also create apps, you can create membership programs, um, And so, and networking events, right? These are all ideas that you're turning into part of your brand, right? Do you think having live events or virtual events like this is a great branding tool? Absolutely. Herbert, today by doing this event, you're branding yourself in a big way. You're branding yourself as an expert, right? So that is a great way to build your business, to grow your brand. Herbert had an idea. Him and I've been talking for a while. He wanted to bring me in to speak. He made it happen, and here we are, right? Bringing a idea to your brand. All right. Let me close out with this. First, I'll say, guys, if I can do this, you can do this, right? What is important is to brand yourself strongly, right? Find a brand. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for the applause. I appreciate it. Brand yourself strongly, right? Find that vision, find your mission, and share that with the world. By branding yourself strongly and bringing revenue streams or creating revenue streams in your business, you are up leveling your business, right? Which is all of our goal. Most importantly, you will attract other businesses to you, which is much more powerful than just attracting clients or attracting customers, right? Other businesses, they can look at you. You can do joint venture partnerships. You can do affiliate partnerships. You can get together with other businesses and do things together, just like Herbert and I are doing here today, right? And leverage everything you have to create an incredible image for yourself. If you need help with this, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to have a conversation with you, just like I had with Herbert. We can chat and see what that looks like. Some important tips, okay? A couple, I'm only going to be another minute here. A few important tips I want you to think of. While you are creating things, new things, a lot of us get stuck in creation mode and we never get to selling, right? That's a problem because it's a recipe for disaster. You want to create something and then you want to go market and sell it, right? Don't get stuck on the creation process because that can be an ongoing cycle forever and ever. You're creating, you're creating, you're creating. But if you're not marketing and serving, then you're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? And you're not bringing in revenue. You can't make money if you're not selling what you're creating, right? So get rid of those blocks around selling like I did. I had a huge block around selling. I got rid of it and I'm helping so many more people now, right? Always have your next $1 million idea ready, right? Always dream big. Don't stop dreaming, you guys. And then, like I said, what if you create one revenue stream a year, right? Just one revenue stream a year. In 7 years, you will have 7 or 8 revenue streams. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. I'm so happy that I made it. I apologize again for being late. Any questions? Anybody want to ask me anything?
If you have a question, kindly raise your hand. Then we'll allow you to ask your questions so that Vanessa can respond to your question. Thank you so much, Coach, for this awesome time that we've had with you. This is not the last time. This is just the beginning of greater things to come. There's so much more that is coming. So just kindly stick around. For those that want to move with us, you can stick around in the WhatsApp group because there's so much more that is coming. If you have ideas of authoring books, we can help you author your book. We can help you author your book. So bring your ideas. We can help actualize your dreams or your books or whatever ideas that you have. We'll find means and ways of assisting each other to actualize those ideas. So are there questions? I can see Paul's hand has been up. Is that a question?
Paul, if you have a question, just unmute yourself. Feel free to ask. And with that said, you guys, always remember, it's good to ask. Always ask for help. Don't feel like you have to do everything by yourself, right? That's what we are here for. We're here to help. So, but if there aren't any questions, you guys, I'm also on the thread in WhatsApp. If something comes up for you, I will check in at least once a day and see if there's anything I can answer with regards to this presentation and what I shared with you here today. If you want to connect with me, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. You can ask Herbert. He does have my contact information. I'm giving you permission to share it to anyone who was on the call, Herbert. So
Sure.
that is fine. And I just really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to share and for creating this event for us, Herbert. Well done.
I'm so much grateful, Coach. And I just have a testimony to share. Some time back, we had a conversation with Vanessa. Then she challenged me and she stretched me. Then I sat myself and I started thinking. Then I was like, let me just start. I didn't wait for the right time to start. So I just started, created a page, put it out there. It's called The Authentic Speaker on Facebook. I started featuring on programs and all that. Then one of the major programs that I feature on is called Kingdom Wealth Academy, where we also anchor influencers and speakers from around the globe. And before I knew it, there was a platform that was birthed out of Kingdom Wealth Academy. It's called Vivat Concepts. It's an e-learning platform, like one of the ideas that Vanessa put across to us here, which is selling education. So they identified that I'm a very good speaker. Then I've got so much content. So they requested if I can package my content in terms of tutorials, which I successfully did. They reviewed them, they scrutinized them, and they found the materials worth it to be put on the platform. So as we speak today, I am currently a professional business tutor and entrepreneurship mentor at Vivat Concepts Nigeria, where my tutorials are sold. And in order for you to have access to those materials, you need to pay about $20 to $25 per tutorial. You click there, I receive a notification. I have you mentored either in business or entrepreneurship. So that is another stream. So as Coach was speaking, I was clapping because this year I've successfully created one stream, looking forward to creating another. By the time 7 years is elapsing, I'm strongly believing that this platform would have grown as a stream of revenue and all that. And everyone who is out here to follow us so that we can grow together, because I believe in teamwork. And in teamwork, together, everyone achieves more. So for those that are going to be moving with us from henceforth, you're going to see yourself selling out there. We can touch nations together. We can influence people together and stuff like that. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning of greater things to come. So you can also find our content on Vivat Concepts. It's an e-learning platform. Get to find the materials there. We've got Achieve Systems. It's an entrepreneurship university. So if we have entrepreneurs here, you stand a chance. We have Vanessa here. They are business funders. They are startup funders. If your idea is viable, you might find that Achieve Systems takes you in and you get to find that your idea sells globally. So we are here to help dreams manifest. Just like my coach has put it, I always tell people to say it is illegal to dream small when dreaming big is for free. So let us go out there and always dream big. We've got hands. I think Tamara has got a question. Tamara, you can kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening, Vanessa. Good evening, Herbert, and everyone else on the platform.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for creating such an environment for most of us. And to be honest, I've really learned a lot. I just felt like people were speaking to me. I've had a number of ideas that I haven't known how to really actualize. And so my question really is, I would have an idea and I want to have it done. But I feel one thing that has really limited me is how to create a platform to sell my products. And especially that I'm not I can't say that I'm full-time into entrepreneurship. I am currently working. So you find that it's a bit difficult for me to have ample time for my business plans, and also just to be able to fully function as an employee. So kindly help me in how can I approach this matter? How best can I handle my entrepreneur journey, balancing it and also just creating platforms to sell?
Yes, Tamara. So
Over to
here's
you.
the thing. Most entrepreneurs, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can
we
you hear
can.
me?
Yes.
Okay. So most entrepreneurs that I work with who just start out part-time, right? Because we have to be able to pay the bills while we're creating, while we're doing. And yes, the first while can be really challenging because you need to find that time. But here's the thing, it's not about how much time you spend a day or a week. It's about being consistent. So if you can get yourself a routine that where maybe even if it means you have to wake up 30 minutes earlier in the morning and spend 30 minutes every day and do something that's going to move you the dial forward on that entrepreneurship business for you, then that is what we have to do to get started. Now, as far as platforms to market and sell, again, I think we kind of overanalyze that. All selling is really connecting. So what you need to be doing is you need to go every day. You can take 5 minutes. And actually, I'm going to share this with you because it's a program that we share with our people in Achieve. And we say every day, if you can make connection with five, even if it's three, whatever works for you, but 3 to 5 new people every day. So you go on Facebook and you message people that might have commented on something that you posted, or you go into a group that has a similar mission than yours, and you find people in there and you reach out to them and you say, hi, I'm Tamara. I would love, we have a lot in common. I found you in this group. I'd love to connect, right? And then start a conversation. That is all that sales is visibility, making connections, and then having conversations with people about what you can offer them. So I don't know what you do in your business, Samara, but it really is about still, even though in this digital world, it still is about personal outreach. And the best conversion is from personal outreach, not from posting an ad or placing something on your Facebook page or in your story. Those things rarely convert to sales. The sales come from making those connections with people and having real conversations with them. And I know for a lot of us, we don't really know what those conversations should look like. That is maybe a topic for another call, Herbert. I would be happy to share what a very heartfelt self conversation could look like. That won't have to take a lot of time, but and it's not salesy, right? It's not pushy or anything. So I hope that answers your question, Tamara.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Tamara, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Gift, I believe you also have a question. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yes. My question is like, for example, if you have a business, maybe you just started, and then you see that your capital is quite little, and then you are supposed to like empower yourself with certain instruments. You can't really manage with the capital you are running with at the moment. How can you convince like investors or even funders to come in and then pump in the business? Yes.
So you're asking about capital, you're asking about investors, those types of things, just to clarify.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Again, it's about doing research and going out and looking. There's certain organizations that specialize in helping small businesses. There's nonprofits out there that specialize in helping small businesses. Sometimes we just have to dig a little bit, talk to a lot of people to find the right option. But there are investors out there, you know, there are smaller banks that specialize in helping small businesses. And the key is in writing a proper proposal and being able to express how you're going to profit from the money they give you, because usually they want to know how they're going to get their money back. So if you can create a business plan or an ROI chart, a return on investment chart, where you can show them, hey, if I lend, I don't know, if I lend $100,000 from you, or I lend $50,000 from you, here's my business plan, and here's how I'm going to make it back and pay you back. That would be how to go about that. You want to have it planned out properly. And then, you know, you just need to do your research and see where are those nonprofits, where are those banks, where are those organizations that are helping small business owners. I hope that's helpful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Herbert, I
Thank you
would
so
love to answer everyone's questions, but I also do have to run now. I can take one more question if there's any other.
All right, we take one last question, then we call it a night. Yes, because we are even over time. Ernest, do you have a question?
Yeah, it's also my fault because I was late.
Sure. What
Any
is
more
up
questions?
to the camera? Is there anyone with a question? Paul, do you have a question?
I think he just forgot his hand up when he was answering to one of my questions earlier. So with that said, Herbert, again, thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate you, and you and I need to connect. I will connect with you, and let's set up a call. I want to touch base with you, okay?
All right, sure. I just don't know what has happened to my camera, because I was using my phone's camera to log in, but something has happened.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So, Coach, thank you so much for plugging in and for sharing that insight, for those insights and knowledge with us tonight. We look forward to hosting you again. We shall communicate with a group when next our meeting shall be. July is fully booked. She might be part of the speakers of July, or she can come back in August and finish what she has started. So to Paul, to Oswald, to Gift, to Kangwa, Danny, Hadassah, Sibongile, Diane, Tamara, Annette, Ernest Mbewe, and to everyone that has already left the